Alright. Yeah, that looks like we just came from Ulthane. Alright, awesome. Does Volcrum have anything?
What would you ask of this? Take your time.
Oh! Did I not buy these? Oh.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
Okay. Yeah, sorry Volcrum, I'm gonna have to buy your artifacts later. Okay, before we move on to Pride, we're going to jump up here. Might take a few tries because this is a tricky jump. But there we go. Just so we can pick up this item here. Little Locha cluster. And on we go. Now the next area, if you are in higher difficulties, can have some very overwhelming enemy combinations. So we're going to try to get through this in one piece. But especially the two sufferings that we're going to run into have killed me so many times on Apocalyptic that I'm just really glad we're playing this on normal here for the stream. Alright, pretty much gonna jump right down there and ambush this guy. And try not to get completely beat up by all of these. Ow! Ow! Alright, there we go. And now we can take care of this guy. I almost never managed to dodge this guy's attacks correctly, so I don't expect to be able to do it today. Hello, Borana! And for hello, Hyperfair, I am playing on PS4. So, there we go. There should be 3 of them. Oh, there he is. I was like, where's the third one? Hi, Whimsy. Alright. Oh, I missed one? Okay. And one suffering, please. Now we should be getting just enough Havoc form to be able to take on the 2 sufferings, so that's good.
Taste the sting of my whip!
Alright, there we go. Perfect. Now we're going to move on to an area where on higher difficulties I have died so many times. Because no matter which way you go, every way is awful. And hopefully we'll be able to get through it alright. Now this stone right here, if you're standing right next to it, you'll be able to hear that there's a hum coming from this stone. That's because there's an item down here that is basically covered by this stupid stone and that you can't get to. There are 3 of those in the game, and I'm guessing 2 of those were angelic artifacts because, like I said, they patched into angelic artifacts later. Now we're gonna try to draw out these guys one at a time. So we're gonna start with this guy. And basically our goal here is to fight as few of these enemies at the same time as possible. There we go. Now we can go over here and actually take care of this guy. Come up, please. Yeah, Fury is a little ball of rage. Somebody asked on Tumblr today, like, if the 4 drank tea or coffee, what kind of coffee would they drink? And I just picture Fury as that woman at the Starbucks who asked for like 500,000 extras and wants it done in 3 minutes. I think that is fury at her core. She's just a customer service nightmare. Alright, now I want these guys without the sycophant, please, because the sycophant can be a pain in the ass. And I should really use the AoE for the whip a little more often. So anyway, these guys, we're going to meet them later again in Darksiders 2. These are basically corrupted angels. They can teleport, they can attack you with lightning, and thankfully, unlike in Darksiders 2, the dying animation does not actually hurt you if you're close enough. So, but yeah, all of the spiky demons that we see in this area, according to the art book, are actually basically undead corrupted angels. And we're not gonna go all the way over here just yet. There is a whole lot of stuff that we can get here, but that will be later once we have all the hollows. We're gonna have to come back here. For now, we're just going this way. Grab this, and we're going over there into this absolutely not suspicious dark alley. And here's another one of those. Yeah, these are the streaming times on PS4. I absolutely hate it. Here's another one of those invisible fuckers. These guys are a pain in the ass. And we're taking care of him now because we're gonna have to go to this area eventually, and they will try to push you into this alley and you will just get ganged up upon. So we're just taking this guy out first, and now we're gonna deal with the two sufferings as soon as we've destroyed some more of the environment. Some pretty sturdy lamppost if it can withstand the hollows. That's pretty neat. Alright, we're gonna sneak up on this guy. Oh, too bad. Normally I can sneak up on him from the back, but I guess this time I moved a little too fast. And this down here, like there's one suffering over there and there's one suffering over here. Such a pain if you're on higher difficulties. Really save your havoc form for this, because otherwise it just gets so frustrating. Alright, so that's one of them gone. I can live with that.
I am your end. You will fall.
Alright, that went well. I'm very happy with that. Now we're gonna have to come back for this later once we have the stasis hollow. Oh, hi, what are you doing down here? You're supposed to be up here on the left. Oh well. And this area, oh god, I hate it. So, in between this knife-throwing bastard, and we have one invisible guy here, and a bunch of these Swarm, Hellspawn. They have different names in different games. They are basically reanimated humans. Undead humans who were reanimated by the Destroyer and now are basically mindless zombies. Poor guys. Yes, the teleporting one, concerning the question in the chat, the teleporting one, that's a sycophant, and those hit you with lightning. And yes, we never find out exactly who reanimated whom, We do know that the undead angels in the Bonelands, which we will get to today, were reanimated by lust. About these sycophants, I don't think they were reanimated. I just think they were basically angels possessed and corrupted by too much demon energy. So it's never explicitly stated. We only actually find out that they are angels through the art book, which again, since it's not exactly part of the game, is kind of a wishy-washy canon source, but it was written by one of the writers of Darksiders 3. So, not by some outsider who doesn't know what they're talking about, but by Dylan, the head writer of the, one of the head writers of Darksiders 3. So I assume that he knew what he was talking about when he said these guys are undead angels. Or corrupted angels, I should say. Because the angels that we see in the Bonelands, they are really just reanimated, basically. These guys are actually also more demonic in their features. So, clearly something else happened to them.
Help! Please!
Yeah, I will help you. Just give me a minute.
No, no more! No more! Can you get me out of here?
I love how every single human is basically like, either like, please don't help, please don't touch me, please don't touch me, oh, can you get me out of here? Or they are going, please help me, what do you want? And I'm like, can you make up your mind? Like, either you want me to help you and you're happy to see me, or you just want me to go away. Just make up your mind. I know it's the apocalypse and it's been a long time, but 2020 has also been pretty tiring and I can still hold, like, cohesive conversations, so please. Come here. Alright. Alright, let's get a bug. Hello there. Eat your food. As for the question from Hyperfur about the souls of angels and demons being recycled, that will be explained in Darksiders 2. But basically, just a little annotation, how did she even get in here? Like, the entire way was blocked. How did you get in here, ma'am?
What is this?
Regarding the souls being recycled, this is explained in Darksiders 2. The way death works in the Darksiders universe is not that you go either to heaven or to hell. You go to the kingdom of the dead, where your soul will basically be, it will have all its secrets revealed, and all of its memories stripped from it. And it will go through a kind of purification process so it can be reborn. And from the kingdom of the dead, the soul goes to the well of souls, from which it will then be reborn into a new life. And presumably, I mean, I don't know if that's how it works, but you would assume that an angel soul can only be reborn into an angel body, and a demon soul can only be reborn into a demon body. Or at least that's how it would usually go. Again, this is only assuming because it's not confirmed in game, but judging from what the Lord of Hollows says, basically this angel soul has been recycled again and again and again into another angel body in order to use in the battle. And again, you get stripped of all of your memories, so you don't really remember it, but if you know how death works in the Darksiders universe, and the demons and the angels do know how it works, then you are aware that the soul that you have might not be a completely new, fresh soul. It might be a soul that has already been recycled 5, 6, 7 times and is still basically fighting through the same bullshit. So that does kind of make the Lord of Hollows idea of, hey, I can get you out of this cycle of reincarnation, possibly sounds like a good idea. Like, I don't know. Some people would probably find it comforting to know that their soul is going to get recycled, and other people would probably be completely abhorred by it, just like there are human religions where reincarnation is a thing, and then there are others where it's not. So anyway, we are about to meet Pride, this smug but very beautifully designed bitch. And yeah. For once, the watcher and viewer are actually going to agree on something. Human souls go through the same thing. Going up on the question in the chat, human souls also get recycled.
That seems important.
A little ostentatious, if you ask me.
For once, we agree.
And as a matter of fact, one of the characters you meet in Darksiders 2, who is responsible for revealing the memories of souls, he will actually tell you that humans are always really, really frightened when they come into the City of the Dead. Because you do have to collect 3 human souls for him and bring them to him. And he will literally say, humans always so frightened. Because, yeah, as a human, you don't even know that this is where you're going. You're suddenly in this weird little area where everything is grey and brown, and there's skeletons running around trying to murder you even though you're already dead, and strange things are happening to you, and you're locked in some dungeon and you're just going, help! That's not how you pictured afterlife, honestly.
What is it?
Something about this place.
Oh, you wish to repent for your sins.
I will not waver to cleave the Watcher head from your Watcher body.
Less sarcasm. Noted, mistress.
Shield your eyes!
Too bright. What is that?
Well, well, well. Imagine my disappointment. To think that this is the best the Council has to offer. Of the fabled 4 horsemen, they send the lowliest, the most pathetic of all.
Pride, charming as ever. I've come for you.
Oh, really? As if you'd know what to do with me if you could have me. Please, spare me.
Are you not one of the great 7 deadly? Fight me instead of cowering, you pompous, pathetic
Your
excuse!
taunts are a waste of breath, horseman. No more an annoyance than the buzzing of a fly. Beneath my notice, like everything else in the Creator's grand experiment, even the greatest treasures of heaven and hell pale beneath my light. Scurry back to the hole you were born from. Perhaps when I am the only sin left on this sad little rock, you will be worthy of an audience with me.
When I'm done, there will be no sins left standing.
So you say. Considering your current state, I find it highly unlikely that we'll ever meet again. But by the rare chance you do earn my favor, find me in Ares. Though I highly doubt a creature such as yourself would be welcome in a place so refined. I encourage you to surprise me, horseman. Until that time...
What an insufferable creature.
Yeah, so that's Pride. Absolutely charming person. We could theoretically go after her right now. Ares, basically, you can see a bit of it from here. It kind of looks like Limbo from the Devil May Cry reboot. But if we go there, basically just the door will be closed and we won't be able to actually, you know, fight Pride. So we're gonna have to come back here once all the other sins are dead. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to ignore her. She can rot up there for all I care. And we're just going to move on. And as for Boronar's question about the symbols underneath the Wrath bar, those were introduced when the Keepers of the Void DLC was published, because those basically show which hollow weapon you are using at the time, because the Keepers of the Void DLC introduced
What would you
new
ask
weapons
of this?
for each hollow.
Take your time.
And so, to show you which of the weapons for
An
each hollow you're
excellent
currently using,
choice.
you have those symbols.
An excellent choice. As you wish.
Well, actually, since we're here, we might as well level up.
This will be fun for both of us. As you wish. Farewell for now.
So yeah, you can see, for example, now I have the Storm Hollow equipped, and then to the right of it, it shows that I have the spear. And if I had the Naginata from the Keepers of the Void, it would show the Naginata instead. Of course, I haven't touched Keepers of the Void on this save file yet, so it doesn't really make a difference. And here is where we actually get the first time that Fury sounds, aside from the death of Rampage, the first time that Fury actually sounds kind of conflicted and sad and shows emotion other than rage. And I really love this conversation that she has here with the Watcher.
I will never understand their attachment to such things.
Mistress.
They cling so desperately to this iconography. The symbolism of heaven and hell.
They?
Humanity. For thousands of years, they held the fruit of creation in their hands, but ignored it to squabble over totems and fables. Whatever the Creator saw in them.
So yeah, she is trying to understand humanity, she just can't, which makes sense because the Nephilim were basically a race of conquerors, bloodthirsty conquerors, and this kind of iconography was pretty much useless to them. But humans actually cling to religion, and she doesn't get why. And she kind of feels like they squandered their potential because, like she said, all we did was squabble over totems and fables. So, yeah. Oh, whoa. Whoops. I didn't even realize that I had started burning those webs. Basically, what you need to do here is you need to burn the webs and then the bell falls through the floor. We're not going there just yet. But yeah. Humanity had so much potential and we did pretty much next to nothing with it, but to that I would say it's not like we knew what was actually out there. Like, I'm pretty sure if we had known about like angels and demons and the kingdom of the dead and all that, we would have been able to do a lot more with what we were given. So yeah, humanity got screwed over. So here you can kind of abuse an enemy glitch, where basically if you go for enough to spawn these ghouls, but not enough to make this guy come down, you can basically go back and respawn the ghouls and respawn them as many times as you want. This is a good way to get easy havoc kills if you're going for that trophy. Since we're not, we're just gonna walk over here, actually kill this guy. Oh, ow, ow.
I am your end!
And this I always find kind of interesting because that always reminds me of the Rod of Arafel, which we're going to see in Darksiders 2. So I don't know, it's just theory, but assuming that humanity is roughly the same in the game as it is in real life, and that it has roughly the same lore that we have in real life, then humanity does have lore about angels and demons and Nephilim, but it obviously doesn't quite match up with the rest of what is explained to be true in universe. But in all of the stories, the angels definitely come off a lot better than the demons, and it kind of makes me wonder if at some point maybe some angel actually went to Earth and tried to enlighten us. Obviously an interference with the new pact, so whoever it was probably got executed for it. And basically all humanity remembers is like little tidbits and pieces, and basically like a game of Chinese whispers trying to piece it together thousands of years later, and what we get is this kind of mangled lore. Because that would explain why one of the four horsemen in the Bible uses a bow and arrow when Strife actually uses a gun. Alright, now for this thing we're gonna have to come back later. But for now, we are going to go up here and we're going to get a bit of extra dialogue from Fury. A bit of hilarious dialogue in my opinion, because it doesn't match up with what we see in game.
I already know the answer, but...
Yes, we're going down there. See? An outpost of the angels.
But that isn't our exact mission.
It became our mission when I found my horse skewered by angel spears.
Okay, that's all good and well, but where do you see an angelic outpost, Fury? I mean, I know we are eventually going to get to this area, and I know that I think this building right over here is actually an angelic outpost, but how do you tell from this distance? And anyway, since this is supposed to be New York, that over there I guess would be the Atlantic Ocean. And apparently it's autumn because we've got trees with red leaves. Alright. On we go. Still got a bunch of stuff to do.
You do know how to make an exit. Literally.
Alright, just gonna collect some items. And again, this looks very much like the Hollows architecture, so maybe the Watcher wasn't quite so off when she theorized that it was humans who built the Hollows. And that's a very good question from Bjorna in the chat. Did the angels come here before all the pathways were sealed or after? Considering that Lucifer's interference with humanity happened pretty much right after Eden, I don't think there was much time in between humans being resettled onto Earth and all pathways being cut off. Now here, do yourself a favor and kill the archers first, really. They're gonna be so much of a pain in the ass if you let them live. I hate this guy. He blocks so much. And I almost never manage to dodge his stuff correctly. Alright, come over here. Because, yeah, I mean, if angels really did come to visit Earth, to visit the humans after they were rehomed to Earth, I can already see this conversation happening where they're just like, okay, so one of the horsemen rides a white horse and he uses a pair of guns, and our ancestors from like antique area were like, what are guns? Cue the angel going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. They are weapons that allow you to shoot an enemy from the distance, and whatever human was talking to them probably went, oh yes, bows and arrows, we got those. And it would be hilarious if that's how humanity ended up with the idea of one of the horsemen wielding a bow and arrow. But I can absolutely see that happening.
Mistress, you seem distracted.
We horsemen are defined by a great many things. Our mission, our gifts, and our solitude. For so long, I cannot even remember. Rampage was my only companion.
Mistress,
Forget it. The horseman is not defined by the horse.
Now, this dialogue always makes me incredibly sad for Fury, because she does say Rampage was her only companion for longer than she can remember, so that means even her brothers weren't around. Was that because she didn't want them to be around? Because they didn't want to be around her? Or because the council basically demanded that they all live in separate realms, on separate places, so that basically they can't coordinate with each other against the council if they wanted to? Like, so many questions, and each one of those scenarios is honestly kind of sad for Fury, because she definitely needs some socialization. She definitely needs some friends. Alright. And now we head for everybody's favorite tentacle monster.
look up ahead, Mistress. What is that?
Probably something new to kill.
A man's... Oh, they're adorable.
In what realm is this considered adorable?
Perhaps that's an overstatement, but it is innocent.
Nothing in this world is innocent.
Now, in case anyone feels bad about me hitting that poor Munsk, the art book goes out of its way to explain that these creatures actually are extremely resilient and are actually so tough that they have very few natural predators. So,
At least your adorable monster served a purpose.
Harsh, even for you, Mistress.
so those couple of hits from our whip probably didn't even scratch that. That's probably a massage for a monk. Alright, gonna have to come back for this later. And hi, four-legged spider crab thing that I can never remember the name of. They do actually have a name in the art book, I just can never remember it. Alright, and now we head to my least favorite area in this entire game. Because it's just so drab. And the more you think about what this place is actually supposed to be, like in universe, the more my head hurts. So, not a fan.
This trek would be much easier on horseback. Too soon.
Again, you're here to watch, not to speak.
Oh, I'm here for much more than that.
Is dying on your agenda?
A threat.
I haven't decided yet.
That was pretty ballsy from the Watcher. Like, I don't think I would taunt a horseman over their dead horse. Alright, now we're going to just run straight past this guy, because that dude over there is actually going to be more of a threat, because he's just gonna keep on continually spawning new enemies until we take care of him. That's, according to the art book, he's called Summoner. And here we have our undead angels. So these are actually just angels who died and were reanimated. And these are another class of corrupted hellspawn, so basically undead humans. And now that we've taken care of all of these chumps, we can go back and defeat the Tome Keeper. Now we're not going to meet many of these guys, thankfully. They are very reminiscent of Chimera from Darksiders 2. Basically angelic scribes, undead and or potentially corrupted. And they can actually do quite a bit of damage. So really glad we got through this mostly okay. And I do like to make the joke that somehow angels who are alive never know how to block, but angels who are undead do. Like, apparently dying is part of the angelic curriculum in order to learn how to block. They are supposed to be a military race, like what the fuck? Guys, you're supposed to be warriors, you should know how to block before you die. Seriously. I'm just gonna try to get each one of these individually, because I don't want to fight all three of these guys at the same time. Come on.
You will fall.
And there we go, another invigoration core, so now we can have more Nephilim respite. Alright, before we take care of the monk...
I'm never letting that one down, am I?
On the contrary, it may prove useful.
Now, you really want to get out of this pool, because as long as you're standing in here, new enemies are going to keep on spawning, so... the first step to getting rid of these guys is to get out of there. And we're going to come back here later after we defeat Lost. But for now I'm just gonna smash everything that I can smash. Get myself those delicious souls. And we're just gonna do a quick run in here. We're not gonna stay in this one for very long because, as you can see, there's some stinger hives up there that we can't really do anything about just yet. So I'm just gonna get out of here. And yeah, the others are probably gonna attack us when we're up here. bit of creative jumping here. Just to get over here to, I think, a havoc shrine. Yes, cool. Ouch. Stupid stingers. Alright. Let's see. This is going to be the last stop before our next boss fight, so I'm gonna try to level up as much as I can. Keeping in mind I'm gonna reserve 12,000 souls for artifacts if Wolfram restocks. So we're just gonna leave this alone.
This will be fun for both of us. As you wish.
Alright. Oh, that's actually quite a lot of levels that we got here. Nice.
I smell pigeon. What angels remain call this their nest.
For now, it will be their tomb if I don't learn the truth about Rampage.
Alright, there we go. That went a lot easier than I thought it would. So yeah, there's a lot of dead angels on sticks here. And a lot of dead demons as well, but mostly angels. Yes, this is the area I hate. This area, I guess it's implied that it used to be some kind of shipping yard or factory, but that's the thing, like, I cannot tell what this was actually supposed to be. Like, with Haven, okay, you can tell it was supposed to be skyscrapers. The Never, that was clearly an underground. But what was this place? There are some buildings here that don't make any sense at all. Like there's I'm gonna explain when we get to it later, but there's basically a building there that looks like it was supposed to be like a big office area, but then the floor is like grates, like you would walk on, like, I don't know, in a shipping yard or something, and I'm like, who puts grates without any sort of carpet or anything in an office? Like, what is this place? What was its function? I don't know. And also the color scheme is just completely drab. Which I liked, one of the things I really liked about Darksiders 3 was that it was not ashamed to have some color in its environment. And so this area kind of, I hated. Now this griffin here, that's an angelic warbeast, also called an ortho. And we do actually get to see them in each of the games, except for Genesis. In Genesis we get to buy a angelic beast core, but in Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 2 we actually get to ride these to some extent. And this was basically an undead one, so Lust is not just raising undead angels, but also undead war beasts. Alright. Now this area, I'm also going to warn you guys, it's possible that the game is going to crash here, because on PS4 this area is notoriously crashy, especially once we get to the front of Lucille's angelic compound. If it does crash, I will get the stream back on as soon as I can, but just be aware. There might be a crash in the not too far future here. This human has the most annoying voice ever, by the way.
Please!
Like, she's the only one where I sometimes wish I could just leave her to die. Which I probably could, but I want to get all the humans, so she's coming with. Oh.
Out of the way, angel scum! Your leader will see me! Unleash your worst! I'll slide through all of it!
Fury is so angry. It's like, these guys haven't even done anything to you yet. Yeah, on PC I've never had this area crash, but on PS4 it crashes like crazy. What you do get on PC though, since the last patch for the game, you do get fucked up textures on the shipping containers. So whichever way you slice it, something is going wrong. As for questions from the chat about sound glitches, I did in the earlier patches, but ever since the final patch, or even the patch before that, I haven't really had any sound glitches. So, yeah, it's been mostly okay in recent times. Hey Satya, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna take care of you first. Alright, now here I'm going to definitely use my Havoc form, because otherwise that's just way too many angels at once, way too many undead angels. I don't want to deal with this. We're going into Havoc form. Alright. Much better. Alright, and the next part that we're going to get to is, in my opinion, absolutely hilarious. And there's actually a little bit of a Discord backstory for this character that we're about to see, because it really is a thing of beauty. So we go out onto this balcony, right, and there's an angel, and we attack him. Absolutely slaughtering this guy. And then there's this angel right there, just hovering nearby, clearly seeing what we're doing to his friend, and just being like, nope, nope, I ain't touching that, nope, nope, not messing with this horseman. And you're just like, dude, I just slaughtered your comrade and you're just hovering over there like waiting for something. And we did actually speculate in the Discord that he was just like, oh no, that was Steve you killed. Steve stole my lunchbox, so I don't care, you go have him. So the angel that we just murdered is now officially dubbed Steve. And he is a stealer of lunchboxes, and that's why his dude here, his bestie, does not want to help him. So there we go. That's the kind of fun that you have with glitches like this. Oh shit, fuck. I did not want to jump down there. Ah. Alright. This time without falling down, please. There we go. Much better. I can always use a fortification shard, especially in some of the upcoming battles. Because, oh boy. Lust and gluttony are no joke. And for the record, I don't think we'll be able to get to both lust and gluttony today. Probably only to lust. But, yeah. They are both pretty horrible. Now, this requires some very precise timing and throwing stuff if you want to get everything done here in one go, which we're going to try to do so we don't have to come back to this area. So this is the easy part. Or easy part 1, I should say. Easy part 2. And now we're just gonna rescue this annoying human. And then we get to the difficult part.
No! Please!
Yeah, shut up. Just touch the damn thing, go to Haven. Be quiet. Thank you. Alright, now this is going to suck. Because we're gonna have to run very quickly and throw very precisely in order to get this done. And that was too high. God damn it. Oh, fuck. That was a little bit too far to the left. If we can't get it like in 4 or 5 tries, I'm just gonna move on. Because I don't want to be stuck in this area forever. But yes, this is one of the most annoying throws. Probably the second most annoying throws in the entire game. There's one that's gonna be a little more annoying than this, but this is already pretty bad. There we go. Some grave robbing, getting some artifacts of this dead guy, and move Mansk. Alright, so now we get to the crashy area. I hope it won't crash, but if it does, you guys have been warned. I will try to bring the stream back as quickly as I can if the game does crash here.
Hardly the heavenly outpost I was expecting.
When we go in,
We're going in?
keep your mouth shut for a change.
Seems we got lucky this time. And there's also a hilarious glitch that can happen here where sometimes Useal will spawn on the ground floor instead of the first floor. Oh, there it is. Speaking of hilarious glitches. Hi, Useal.
Lust must be vanquished. all our sakes.
Hi, dude.
We have a pact, horseman.
I don't suppose you're not supposed to be down here, and you're not even supposed to know that I'm here yet. So I'm just gonna ignore you. I love this glitch. It's one of the best glitches in this entire game. It is probably my second favorite glitch in the entire series, and the only one that's beating this one is the Archon glitch in Darksiders 2. But this is precious as well. And it happens to me like every 4th playthrough or so. So I'm really glad I caught this on camera for you guys. That's gonna be memorialized on the stream.
They don't look happy to see us.
They shouldn't be.
Hordes of heaven, you know who I am, what I am. If you would see the sun set this day, you will
Feel the burn of heaven's blade!
Good. I hate talking.
Angels are glitchy birds, yes.
Is your vaunted leader afraid of me? Must I destroy you all before he confronts me? I am your end!
Alright, so this dude is kind of like a mini-boss. He's one of 2 angelic champions that we meet in... well, 3 angelic champions that we meet in the game. We're going to meet one in the Crucible, Rapsion. And in Darksiders 2 we will meet Uriel, who's also a champion. So not nearly as bulky as this guy. And much better at fighting, actually.
Enough! Your rage is misplaced, horseman.
I sincerely doubt it, bird.
Usil, here to finish the job your brother War began.
I have no idea what War did or did not do, nor do I care.
So, you're here to steal the souls of my fellow angels, then? You think I don't recognize a weapon of the Lord of the Hollows?
I serve none but the Council. I hunt the 7 deadly sins, at least those who remain. But another task consumes me. Betrayal by your glorious kingdom.
Oh, yes. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and laugh. We can hardly defend ourselves, let alone spare the energy to betray a great horse.
My steed, Rampage, was slaughtered by angelic weaponry before I could summon him to Earth. I will know why, and I will have blood.
Take me at my word. I have no love for the horsemen. Thanks to you, the apocalypse is at hand, and we... I have no knowledge of any conspiracy against you, or your mission on Earth.
Of his kind, Lucille is honorable.
Just because he doesn't know doesn't mean it's not happening.
As you can see, I've problems of my own. Perhaps we can strike a deal, horseman. Lately, I have seen my own forces ravaged, losing more and more every day. To my horror, I have learned that my brethren are being murdered by our nightmares made real. Abominations, undead angels. Demons are also its target, taking them into the realm of the undead as well.
And who, in your estimation, is responsible?
The only force in the universe capable of such a heretical act is lust.
Lust? You're insane. I've crossed paths with lust before. They have no such power.
And what makes you think that the world as you've known it is the world we're now in? An unnamed demon is rumored to have bestowed upon lust
Priceless.
the very power to take on the forces of heaven and hell. A spoiler in the apocalypse. Lust transforms angel and demon alike into the undead. Mindless things, bent only on violence and destruction.
And so if I eliminate lust, thus solving your dilemma, you will in turn provide something for me. Is that the deal you propose?
Indeed, if it be in my power. And to prove we mean no ill will towards you, horsemen. May this crossblade serve you well in your crusade against lust. Unchecked, their growing strength will doom us all.
Find out who tried to kill me. In exchange, I will force lust to reveal the source of their power before I destroy them.
We have a pact.
If I discover you have in any way lied to me, you will wish it was one of my brothers tearing out your heart.
Oh my god. Oh, that glitch was amazing. Oh, I have tears in my eyes. Okay, so this is Salvation. This is a crossplate. According to Darksiders 1 art book, there are only 4 crossplates in existence. So I guess that's the Warper plate from Genesis, this plate, Salvation, and then the crossplate from Darksiders 1. I do wonder if we're ever going to see the 4th one. And now Yusila's gone. I guess he's downstairs watching the door again. He's supposed to be here on his desk, or behind his desk, actually. If I ever run into a glitch where he's actually on his desk, I will take a screenshot and I'll let you guys know. Since we just made a pact with the angels to help each other, it's time to smash all their stuff for souls. All of these guys have like random dialogue that is recycled between them.
Our alliance is temporary, horsemen. Preparing to stab us in the back. Our alliance is temporary, horsemen.
Some of them are more friendly than others, but again, all of these guys have the same dialogues, but there's just like 1 or 2 actually nice dialogues, and the rest is just like, we don't trust you, get the fuck out. Which I think is fair since I'm wrecking their place, but I need those sweet, sweet souls, so here we go.
Do not expect the angels to trust you. Do not expect the angels to
So yeah, Yusil is an archangel, and one of the more honorable ones, and the leader of the 7th Legion. And I guess this is what all that is left of the 7th Legion. So not so fun.
Do not underestimate lust. You will not find them easy prey.
And I do love how everybody really is calling lust they or them. Like, props for the representation here. We've got we're going to meet them later. We've got an absolutely non-binary character, and everyone really is calling them by non-binary pronouns, which is amazing.
You best hold up your end.
Like, dude, I'm gonna get rid of a sin for you. What are you gonna do for me? Besides stab me in the back, obviously. As for the questions from the chat, it is sad that Uriel is the only non-corrupted female angel we ever see. I really do wish we would get to see more female angels in general, because in the entire series,
you will not find them easy prey.
Including the books and the comics, we have seen exactly 5 female angels.
Do not underestimate lust.
So that's kind of sad.
You will not find them easy prey.
Secondly, about the art books, each game came with an official art book. Or, well, the game does not come with the art book, you have to buy the art book separately.
Do not expect the angels to trust you.
But I have the art books for Darksiders 1, 2, and 3, and the one for Genesis I skipped because...
Perhaps your threat will keep him in line.
Doubtful. Would you trust him?
I'm not the one that has to. Also, trust isn't part of a Watcher's vocabulary. Present company included, of course.
Ugh, insufferable ghost.
I skipped the one for Genesis because it didn't have any lore info. I bought them off Amazon if you're looking for them, but I I skipped the one for Genesis because it barely had any lore info, and if I had known before I bought it that Darksiders 2 also has next to no lore info, I would not have bought it either. But Darksiders 1 art book is actually narrated from Azrael's perspective as the events of Darksiders 1 are happening, so that's actually really interesting. And the Darksiders 3 art book also has a ton of background information about the different enemies and about Fury and Rampage and such. So anyway, time for one of the cringiest conversations we're ever going to have with Volgrim. Let's go.
That is... Oh, hello, Fury. You're looking radiant and flush with blood rage.
I have no time for you, demon.
No, you're a very busy horseman, with people to go and places to slay, I'm sure. But I was wondering if in your bard-worthy travels, you happened across an artifact, nothing special.
An artifact? What does it look like?
Well, it's a trinket, really, a novelty crafted by the birds. Sort of a cross with pointy edges and... I may have lied. It's not a trinket. But please cut me a break. The demon has to eat.
I found it. It's mine.
I'll pay you 1,000,000 souls for it.
Souls are your currency. Sharp objects are mine. No deal. However, you might be of service to me. Have you seen the undead angels and demons?
Ah, the unlife. Sadly, yes. Those who were once beyond mortality deserve better. Now, I have no lost love for the birds, but that's just wrong.
We're done then. If you hear anything, do let me know.
Does nothing shake you? Do you not feel any empathy, watching those who once loomed so large robbed of the very force they sought to control? Life.
Perhaps after I find out why they're trying to kill me, I'll make time to feel sorry for them.
My, she's cold. Intoxicating. What a hot-headed demon that is.
Yeah, can you please stop hitting on me, Volgrim? Thank you very much. I do find this dialogue hilarious in one aspect, though. Like, Fury is saying, "Oh, you can be of service to me," and you would expect her to ask something about how these angels are getting corrupted, or who is corrupting them and bringing them back from the dead. But all she asks is literally, "Have you seen them?" Yes. Okay. Good. We're done. It's like, I know Volgrim is trash, but you don't have to put your standards that low, Fury. Like, seriously.
Take your time.
Okay. So he does not have any new stuff for us.
As you wish.
We're still gonna shatter some crystals. And oh, now that we have salvation, we can add another enhancement. Nice.
Do make...
So let's see. We're gonna keep this. Oh no, actually we can smash this one. Nice.
Sure they...
And level up a bit.
This will be fun for both of us.
As for the art book discussion in the chat that's going on, the official art books are hardcover, all four of them. Bjorn, I think the softcover ones that you might be referring to are the kind of the unofficial art books that came with the Nephilim edition of the games, because I do know that Darksiders 3 has two art books basically, one that came with the Nephilim and Collector's editions, and one that came with and one that you have to buy separately. So the ones that I have actually read are the ones from the ones that you buy separately, because as much as I love the Darksiders franchise, I am not shelling out 100 or 150 or even more dollars just for a game. Like, I'm sorry, but no. That's just getting ridiculous. As for question from Hyperfur, I am not in Armageddon. I am in the main playthrough, but I did already complete the Crucible and buy all the stuff on another save game on that same profile. So that's why I have all the armors unlocked. Which is not exactly how I had planned for this to happen, but yeah, basically the last time I streamed I already unlocked all the stuff, and now on this fresh save file I have it all again, so there's that. Alright, I'm just gonna make my way carefully around this tree because there's a bunch of stuff that can happen to you here, especially with this angelic war beast. I'm going to try to not attract the attention of every single enemy at the same time. I'm basically just making my way through here very, very carefully. Okay, so that one's actually alive. Come here. As for the question about Keepers of the Void from the chat, I have Keepers of the Void completed on a different save file, and we are going to complete Keepers of the Void on this save file as well. But I actually really hate the look of the Abyssal armor, so I'm not gonna wear it. I really do prefer what we're wearing right now. The Chaosbringer armor is probably my favorite armor in the entire game. So I'm just gonna stick with that. Alright, and actually, now that we do have the Obscurus enhancement, I'm gonna put this because this will allow us to generate Havoc more quickly if we put it on the whip, which we won't. But most importantly, it will increase our evade invincibility window, so that's gonna be very, very useful. Opinions are opinions. Opinions can't suck, they're just there. So if you prefer the Abyssal armor, more power to you. I just don't like it. Then again, I don't think I have ever really preferred any of the Abyssal armors in any of the games. I prefer pretty much everybody's standard outfit to their Abyssal armors. Oh shit, I didn't want to get both of them at the same time. I had hoped at least one of these guys would be a fluke, but I guess not. And so yeah, apparently the Atlantic has become a river of acid. If we do jump in here, we're actually going to lose health and we are going to die. So stay away from the acid if you can. Probably a good idea at any situation in life, just stay away from the acid. Oh my god, both of these guys are alive? Seriously? Since when? Jesus Christ, am I getting lucky today or something? Every single one of these fuckers is alive. Alright. So once we have defeated this guy, we can just pick up all the items that are scattered around the tree and then we can move on. Time to gather all of these beautiful items. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright, and on we go. So the best thing about salvation is it's practically useless in combat, but now that we have it, we can finally get all of those elements that are out of reach, like all of those flame sacks that we previously had to flame jump up to. We can now just get them with salvation. And for this area, I'm just going to use Havoc form because there's going to be like 5 different angels trying to attack us at the same time, and I don't want to deal with this. There we go, much better. As for the question from the chat, what happened to turn the water acidic? We don't know, but we do know that demons have the power to turn pure water into acid, like Belial did. And we do know, we find out in Darksiders 2 that Belial is on Earth, so it's entirely possible that he's the one who basically turned the Atlantic into a pool of acid. What I find more impressive is that the ships are still standing. Like, apparently this stuff only eats through organic materials. Now we're going to be very careful here. We're going to attract the attention of this undead angel first. Come here. I don't want to fight this guy and the Tomekeeper at the same time. It's not fun.
You will fall. You will fall.
Alright, there we go. Perfect. Gonna destroy this nest before we get any stingers coming out of here. And now we continue smashing all the things. Alright. Nearly done with this area. And then we get to one of the most annoying areas in the Bonelands, in my opinion. And the most annoying throw in the entire game. So let's just get through here. Alright. Now, every single bit of what we are about to have to do here is going to be annoying. I'll try to get through it all as quickly as I can. But yeah, really do not like this area. As for question from Hyperfur, yes, I have beaten Sloth. I have beaten Avarice and Sloth, and now we're doing Lust, and then after that Gluttony and Wrath 2.0. Alright, now this area is going to suck because
Lust
there's...
army of the undead is everlasting. Busy little sin.
So many enemies here, it's going to suck. Oh, fuck.
Hold still!
Alright. Now we gotta take care of this summoner or else we're never getting out of here. This area on Definitive, I really recommend that you to save your Havoc form for this, because otherwise it's going to be such a pain in the ass. We're playing this on normal because I don't want to torture myself this time. But yeah, if you're playing this on Apocalyptic or on any upper higher difficulty, do yourself a favor and just... especially if you're playing it on Apocalyptic or Reckoning, just be very careful here and take these enemies one at a time, because it's such a nightmare. Alright. Now, as you can see, this guy is basically the same as a Flame Warden, just without flames. And this guy is also an undead / corrupted angel. So every single angel that we meet in the Borderlands is basically a resurrected form of angelic warrior. There we go. I'm gonna open up a little shortcut here in case we have to come back here, which we likely will, because we're about to get into a series of tricky jumps. Very, very soon. I mean, I am kind of, sort of following the chat, and I did hear the entire, I did see the entire Angel Eating convo that you guys had there. All I can say is that if Strife and War were to get into an Angel Eating contest, they'd better not do it in the presence of Uriel. She would kick their asses, especially War's. That said, should that happen and should War try to eat Uriel, hold burp gentle like hamburger. And nobody who is not following that one specific thread on Tumblr will know what that means, but if you were there, it's hilarious. Anyway, these guys also try to take them out one at a time, because if you just run in here, the moment you get here, they will all just drop down and try to attack you, so just get them out of the way while you're going in and you'll be fine. And now we have to yeet one more bug, and then we can move on. Come here, bug. Whimsy, if that were to happen, someone would die. I swear to God. At least one person would die. Oh, fuck me. Seriously? Have to do this throw again? Come here. There we go. Finally. Alright, gonna get 2 more goodies, and then we're moving on to one of my favorite conversations in this game. Or one of my favorite scenes in this game in general. Alright, this conversation right here. Or this event.
What new nightmare was that?
I can't wait to find out.
That was sarcasm? Mistress?
I just love that even 10 years after the apocalypse, car alarms are still as annoying as ever. Good job. That was a very well built car. And a very well built car alarm. Alright, let me see if I can get over here. Yep. And we could theoretically go straight over there, which is where we actually need to go. But instead, we're just going to go back the way that we just went, only this time instead of going right and down the stairs, we're going up the stairs. And we're actually going to get another human and I think a demonic artifact, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Alright, now this jump can be a little tricky. I hope I will get it done on the first try. No, I did not. Awesome. There we go.
I don't want to die!
Oh, lucky for you, you're not going to die. Aren't you happy? Gonna be nice and cozy with a couple of makers, and some clean water, and fire, and probably a hot shower somewhere. Oh, shit. I think Fury is just completely over it at this point regarding the question in the chat. Like, she doesn't want to strike up a conversation, she just wants to get this over with. Probably gets flashback to her last conversation with Strife every time somebody tries to talk to her and she's like, oh no, this is gonna take hours. Alright. Let's go up here, let's get that demonic artifact and then we can move on. Cool, cool. Alright. Now I'm gonna take care of this dude first because it can be really annoying otherwise. Alright. Get ourselves a nice electric cluster and then we move on to one of the most annoying sections ever. Now, the puzzle that we have to do here is really easy, but there is the most annoying throwing section in the entire game down here, so... Come here. Oh shit. Wow, I even messed up the easy throw this time. Oh, this is going to suck. There we go. And now we're going to get to the tougher throw. If this doesn't work, I am just moving on and I'm not coming back here because fuck it. I'm gonna try this like 3 or 4 times, and if I don't get it by then, screw it, we're not getting this item. It's just a lurcher cluster anyway. So. Did that work? No. Of course not. This throw is so annoying, and of course you can come back to this area later with the Force Hollow, but there is no shortcut to get up here. You basically have to go this entire way that we went from the last Serpent Hole to get back here just for this one lurcher cluster if you really want to get everything. And it is so annoying, which is why I usually try to do this while I'm here, while I have the bomb bug. Ooh, that was way too far. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try 2 more times, and if I can't do it, then we're just moving on because this is annoying as fuck. Come here. Eat your food. Oh my god, seriously? Okay, one last try. Oh shit. Well, fuck it. We are going to need 1 more bomb bug, but we are done with this lurcher cluster, like, screw it. I'm not staying around for this. So, come here, bombs. Come to me. There you go. Eat your food. I'll be back for you. Fuck you. And as for the question from the chat, is it just the lighting that makes her hair look so yellow here? This is basically the Storm Hollow, making her hair look like that. If we go like this, it's the Flame Hollow, makes her hair look orange. And the Storm Hollow makes her hair look yellow. So the next one we get will be purple, which honestly is not Fury's color. Like, sorry to say that, but I think she rocks the orange and the yellow a lot better than she rocks the purple. Alright. Your time has come, Bumpbuck. I hope you enjoyed your last meal. There you go. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Not this way. This way. Thank you. And over there. All right. And we're about to get to a dialogue that just annoys the hell out of me, because I work in localization testing, so I test video game dialogue pretty much every single day, Monday to Friday. And there are certain inconsistencies that just stand out like a sore thumb for me whenever I hear them in a game. And we're about to get to one of those. Oh, no, no, no. Let's not go back there. We do not want to fall off of this bridge.
By the gates! Do you think it's aware of our presence?
I have no doubt, especially considering the way you carry on.
Ah, fuck, I hate these guys. They like to throw stuff at you while you're in the middle of a jump, so that's always super annoying.
Is that the ship Lucille sent us for?
It would seem.
This right here, like, Lucille never mentioned a ship. Where the fuck does this ship come from? This is like, these are the kind of inconsistencies that drive me crazy as a localization tester, because one of the things we check for is consistency, and that is so not consistent. So what I'm guessing happened there is probably in some early script version, Lucille did actually say something like, "Oh, we think Lust is hiding out in this abandoned ship over there," and then Fury was like, "All right, I've got it." And then that line about the ship probably got axed, and we are left with this reference that goes absolutely nowhere. Again, very minor thing, most people will probably just skip right over it and not even notice, but as a localization tester and as a translator, you do notice those kind of things, and it can be so annoying. Alright. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, we actually have a lot of lurchers. Okay, let's go. I do love that we keep the running gag going in the chat. That Lucille wrote this on his invisible desk, yeah. That thing about the ship is probably written on the invisible desk. I agree. Alright. Level up a little bit more.
As you wish. Farewell for now.
Alright.
Please, no!
Don't worry, human, I'm gonna rescue you. There you go.
Must I?
Yes, you must. Unless you want to get stuck here. Also, supposedly this game takes place around this, or the beginning of the series takes place around the same time as the game got published, which would have been 2010. Who in 2010 still uses, like, office spaces with those tiny little box monitors? Like, what kind of stupidly old-fashioned equipment did these people work with in this shipping factory shipyard thing? Not a single flat monitor inside anywhere in this entire game. Oh well. I think I'm actually gonna use Havoc Form for this, because this can be really annoying. With how many enemies we have here. So, got these guys. And then we've got one of these guys at least is going to be alive. Yeah, this one. Okay, cool. And we're going to go back over here. And we're going to get ourselves a, I think, a Luminous Visage.
I am your end! You will fall. This ends now.
Alright. Done. We're gonna open up a shortcut here, which we are going to need later. Once we actually have the Force Hollow.
Are you serious?
Do you think it knows we're here?
No. In fact, your shrieking clearly acts as a lullaby. Yes. Sarcasm.
Which of you is worse, I wonder.
He just wants to play. Leave him alone. It's just a little kraken. Well, actually, it's not just a little kraken. Those of you who have already played the game, of course, know what this thing is. We're going to take a quick detour into this room for a whole bunch of stingers. Because who doesn't want to get malaria in the middle of the apocalypse? And also, this room has what is probably the most well-built printer in the entire universe. I want to know who built this thing, because this thing cannot even be destroyed with the Force Hollow. That is the toughest printer in the universe. Alright, did we get everything? Yes, we did. Okay. Alright, now this area you want to be a little bit careful, because this guy will chuck, this Tome Keeper will chuck energy at you, and if you run too close to the,
Ugh, didn't I already kill you?
If you run too close to the grate, he can, to the fence, he can actually hit you, so stay away from the fence if you can. Take out the summoner first, because otherwise you're gonna have a whole bunch of enemies spawning, and then you can jump down here and take care of these guys. And there we go. Perfect. That's a lot of teeth. Oh shit, that's only 3 eyes. Oh, 2 even. Shit. You need to get all 4 of his eyes. And if you don't get them right at the start, then it can be really, really tricky.
Mistress, its eyes!
There we go.
Now! Get through the opening! Was that?
Wow, the loading times on PS4 are unreal.
One of the 7?
Perhaps. One could have changed since our last encounter.
And yes, spoilers, that is actually one of the sins. That is gluttony. With his way too many teeth. Alright. Now let's see, can we get one more level up?
Goody, this will be fun for both of us.
Perfect.
As you wish.
Because we are about to get into one of the harder boss fights in this
Do
game.
make sure they scream, horseman.
And so I do want all the level ups I can get.
Not a particularly lusty location, is it?
Have you learned nothing? Appearances can be deceiving. Besides, lust never appears as expected.
What exactly did you mean by that?
The notion of sin is one thing, the concept of lust is something else entirely. Especially humanity's concept of lust.
I see. As in, a lust for...
You name it. The humans have quite the imagination. Lust is everything to everyone. That's what makes lust dangerous.
Too dangerous, mistress?
No such thing.
Alright. So this is what I really like. We're about to get into my favorite cutscene in all of the Darksiders games. And my favorite depiction of lust ever. Voiced by the incredible Jason Spisak, who must be a vocal chameleon, because I think he also voiced one of the council. I know he voiced like a bunch of other characters in this game as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna lean back and enjoy this one.
Can you guess what I lust after? In this broken world, what is left to want?
Power.
I always thought you were the smart one. Pity. To what do I owe this distinct pleasure? After all, to be visited by a fabled horseman.
I have but one purpose here.
Must we engage in violence? You already have my respect.
I have no interest in your respect, just your head.
Come now, Fury. I am no barbarian like the others. No, we need not meet as enemies a second time.
Tell it to the Charred Council.
They aren't here. So instead, I tell you, Queen of the Horsemen, powerful, armed with the flame hollow, a crossblade, your fabled whip.
I am above your distractions, lust.
Really? The truth is often distracting when one lives a lie. You speak as though we are natural enemies. Why must this be so? I know my role in the universe. I wonder if you've ever stopped to question yours. You are a horseman. But why did you make that choice? And if so, was there some reasoning behind it?
Shut up and fight!
You don't even know why you fight, do you? Do you fight for your brothers? Oh, of course not. Your antagonism towards them is well known. Do you seek to achieve some sort of balance? Oh, you never believed in the greater good until it suited you. No, no, no. What I see in your actions is a lust all your own. A lust for power and privilege and protection from the Nephilim's inevitable fall. Ultimately, that makes us allies, doesn't it?
Stand down, Fury.
Death. What are you, all of you, doing here?
Are we not 4 horsemen united? We are here to confirm that the mission is complete.
The mission.
The other sins have been destroyed by my hand. Death worked to free War and clear his name. More importantly, we have exposed a great conspiracy.
What conspiracy?
Heaven and hell working in secret consort to bring about the apocalypse earlier than anyone would wish for.
The Charred Council has dispatched us together to wreak havoc on both sides. Balance will be restored. The wicked will be punished.
You mean all of this?
We are to unseat the rulers of both sides. And in honor of your unwavering loyalty to the cause, the Council has decreed that you will lead the Horsemen.
You, Fury, will usher in a new age on Earth.
Of course. Finally, everything makes some sort of divine sense.
It does?
Mistress, is this not everything you wanted? Finally come to you.
Set aside the past, sister. Today, we live in service to you.
I will be done.
This is not real!
What?
Oh, it was worth a shot.
You think you know me so well!
Is it not what you want most? The power to lead in the manner you see fit. What was an illusion could soon be reality. If you set aside the wants of others and focus on yourself. Ultimately, it is your choice to make. So choose.
You should not have made them kneel!
Okay, so I love this cutscene. First off, I'd like to think that Strife just had a cold when in this illusion, because yeah, I do vastly prefer his voice from Genesis. Secondly, interesting thing that we learn here is that lust implies that and she seems to be able to do some kind of mind reading. Lust implies that Fury decided to become one of the 4 and to leave Absalom and the other Nephilim because 1, she knew they were going to die, and 2, she was basically trying to save her own hide. So not so much Absalom, you're threatening the balance, but more like Absalom, you're going to get us all killed. Secondly, Fury does enjoy the idea of leading the Horsemen, but not at the expense of their dignity, and that is just something that I absolutely love.
Let fall the blades of heaven!
An archangel? Oh, you seal, you flatter me.
I'll see you dead, Lust, never to rise again!
We had a deal! Stand down!
Now why would he do that? When he knows a deal with you isn't half as appealing as a deal with me.
Don't listen!
I can return your sweet little angels to their former glory. Yes, if you just protect me from this terrible woman.
Lucille!
And won't it be glorious when you march back to the gates of heaven with your numbers restored?
Shut up!
And restore truth and righteousness to that befouled place. Your truth, Archangel, you see. Heaven under your command. Wouldn't that be lovely?
The 7th Legion. Alive and whole. Restoring glory. Our deal is revoked.
No, Lucille!
Won't this be fun?
And so, also what lust implies here is that heaven is also corrupted, or at least heaven's leadership is corrupted. Which, the lust does not actually seem to lie to Fury at any point in the game. Like, she's trying to manipulate you, but she does not actually lie. So, I really do hope that we eventually get to go to actual heaven, to the White City, and fuck up some angels, because it seems about time that they need a visit from the Horsemen.
You won't accept my generosity.
And yes, you see here with the most impractical weapon of all. I do love how Lust is basically half flirting with Fury every single time she talks to her. And yeah, there's just so many things to like about this fight, and I almost don't want to talk through it because I just love every single little piece of banter from Lust. You also get an achievement for defeating Lust without defeating Lucille, so that's what I'm trying to do right now.
And it's all yours.
You don't understand what it means to fight for anyone other than yourself!
And yeah, this cutscene that we just saw with the 4 Horsemen, that is actually the first time that Fury shows anything resembling respect and love for her brothers. So that's one thing. It's one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire in all of the games, honestly. Now, be very, very mindful of everything Lust says here, because it's all very important.
Who gave you the power to raise the dead?
The one constant in the universe. Those who possess the most power inevitably crave more. Lust is everlasting. As for who, know this. I was merely a pawn. A feeling you know all too well. Fury. The angels who killed your steed. Pawns as well.
Then who? Tell me!
The players in that game will reveal themselves in time. What if I reveal something even more valuable? Spare me, and I'll give up the location of my fellow sin. Envy.
And why would you do that?
What reason would I have to protect that sniveling coward? She has never experienced frontline combat. She has never experienced the horrors of war. She is the most pathetic of us. Get me to the edge of Haven, and what you want will be yours.
An attractive offer. But I'm tired of your kind underestimating my intelligence. I'll find the rest of the sins by myself.
So yeah, what Lust implies here is that the most powerful people always want more power, and they can use angels as pawns. So I have a feeling like the Chart Council is actually the one who's behind this entire apocalypse thing, because I doubt the angels would listen to demons.
At your core, you were just an endless void that could never be filled. How disappointing.
And of course, everything she says about envy is really important.
Finish it. I am ready.
I think not.
Mistress!
Lust's call to power is intoxicating. Even more so when one is fueled by grief. Lucille's transgression can be forgiven. Once. I have a better understanding of what's happened to the Earth and what's at stake because of it. You're of no use to me, dead. If we are to survive, all of us, alliances must be made.
An alliance? With him?
say?
Say that you'll return the favor. I may soon need it.
My word may hold no weight, but my life is yours, Fury. If I learn of any plotting against you, I will relay the information.
Did I just witness mercy shown to a filthy angel? You'd just as soon have your head on a pike.
Are you or are you not a Watcher? Because you should know better. This quest we're on is about balance, in the world and within me, it seems. Lust showed me what I could become. It is not what I want to be.
And what do you want to be?
I think that's what I'm here to find out.
Aww. Fury's learning how to show mercy to people. Amazing. So yeah, I do hope we will eventually get to meet Uziel again and that he will help us find out who actually tried to kill us.
Curious, very curious indeed. With each new challenge, you show more depth.
What do you want?
Both you and I are painfully aware of the endless parade history inflicts upon us. Creatures so pathetically focused on one single purpose. But these creatures are, ironically, completely devoid of meaning.
Make your point, Lord of Hollows.
It's just surprising. No. Refreshing to see something headed in the opposite direction. You are coming into a greater awareness of the flaws that kept you in chains.
Flaws?
Shall I list them?
No, thank you. I've seen enough recently to know they are many.
Which is exactly why I give you this. And by holding it, the raw power of Force itself is yours.
It vibrates in my hand. I don't understand.
When the time comes, you will know when and how to use it.
No, not yet!
And there we go again. So now we have the Force Hollow, which basically allows us to become a magnet, rolling along certain purple force walls. And it allows us to wield a giant fucking hammer, with which we can destroy all those purple rocks that we've been seeing. So yeah, visually I think it's the least appropriate one for her, like the least aesthetically pleasing one for Fury. But that's up to personal preference. I just think it clashes kind of with her skin tone and such. But anyway, I think this will be a good place to actually stop the stream. I don't think Volgrim has anything super amazing for us, except of course we have to shatter some lurchers, and we can finally buy some more artifacts. And actually, now that I think about it, we might go to Ulfane and
take your time.
Just get some more upgrades, because we should be able to get a few more of them now.
A wise decision.
So let's do that before we finish the stream.
This will be fun for both of us. As you wish.
Let me see. We do have a new weapon. So we put this. So yeah, the Mallet of Scorn.
Do make sure they scream.
This big fucking hammer.
Greeting.
Yeah, cool. Let's go to Ulfane.
Take your time.
One time. And yeah, after these upgrades we're going to basically finish the stream for today, and then next time we're gonna get to Gluttony and hopefully do a bit of backtrack collecting stuff before we move on to the Scar. But yeah, Lust probably is the most interesting sin, because pretty much everything Lust says to us reveals either new things about Fury or about the plot that she's involved in. So I could watch Lost's cutscenes over and over and over again, and I think I just called them she. I apologize. They. And yeah, Lost is amazing.
Welcome, horseman. Getting a mite crowded for all the humans you've sent my way. Let me boost that little trinket I gave you.
Oh, thank you, Ulfin. So we just upgraded Rider's Mercy, which is nice.
What beautiful havoc did you think it was possible? Some of my best did you think it was
And it doesn't really matter which of these weapons we upgrade because we're not using anything else in combat anyway. So.
Some of my best, some of my interesting.
Alright, but for this we're gonna have to be careful what we actually upgrade.
It was possible, but now you're even
no, I don't have an Essence of the Chosen. God damn it. God damn it. Oh well. Alright. Cool. So in that case I'm just gonna go back to the serpent hole that we just came from and then finish the stream.